Timmers here. Here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turns 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films turning 10, holy cow, I can't believe this. I watched these movies literally 10 years ago this week. First of which, we got This Means War, which is an action romantic comedy that stars the likes of Tom Hardy, Chris Pine, and Reese Witherspoon, and was directed by McG. That's where like these operatives named FDR and Tuck are best friends and partners, and they end up finding out that they're in love with the same woman, played by Reese Witherspoon. And so, yeah, they pretty much gotta try to fight, both fight, to win her and stuff like that. It's actually a fun little film. I thought the chemistry between both Pine and Hardy was really decent. This, like, it was really odd seeing Tom Hardy in a straight up comedy like this, because whenever you think of him, you always think of him in movies like Mad Max. He had some comedy parts at Venom, of course, but Mad Max or maybe Lawless and stuff like that. So it was always odd to see him do like this type of comedy-based film. And it's a really fun little film if you guys ever seen it. Okay, also turning 10, we got Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, of course, starring Nicolas Cage. And you know what? I admit I really liked the first Ghost Rider. I thought it was fun, a really cool comic book adaptation. But the sequel was pretty horrible. I mean, you pretty much had like Sharon Hines. You had Idris Elba was in this. You don't have Eva Mendes was not in this. I mean, it's not that great. Like, it was horrible. Some of the acting was terrible. This was, of course, the last Ghost Rider we ended up having. So, of course, until like Ghost Rider aired, came in Asian shit. But still, who knows if we're ever gonna even see another Ghost Rider in the future. How do I say? Alright. There's also the Secret World of Arrietty, which is actually based on the Burroughs novel. And this is, of course, from Studio Ghibli, featuring the voices of Amy Poehler, Will Arnett. You also had Carol Burnett was also in this. David Henry. You had some really cool actors here. Where this tiny teenager lives with her parents in the recesses of a suburban home. And housekeeper and Arrietty pretty much remains hidden from her human hostess, and she ends up having pretty much a relationship with this 12-year-old named Sean and all. And it's a really cute little film. The animation style is really decent. It's a really terrific film if you guys haven't seen that. All right, also turning 10, we got Thin Ice, which is a bit of like a Fargo feel to it. Which stars Greg Kinnear and Alan Arkin, where events spiral out of control when like this greedy insurance salesman played by Greg Kinnear tries to con this old farmer played by Alan Arkin out of a rare violin. It's actually a really cool little film. Not really a movie hardly no one ever really seen or even heard of, but man, I really quite like the chemistry between both Greg Kinnear and Alan Arkin. It's a really fun little film if you guys ever seen it. It's a dark comedy, some dark humor to it, really good flick. Alright, 20 years, we got Super Troopers, from the Broken Lizards gang, and I love the first Super Troopers. It's so fun. All of them all have great chemistry with one another. You had Brian Cox, years before Succession fame. It's a really fun film. I mean, of course, they did Super Troopers 2, which I know was good as well, but nothing beats the original. And the Broken Lizards gang, they did some really cool stuff. I really like Broken Lizards Club Dread, or even the Deuces Hazards movie. So yeah, this is a really fun one if you guys haven't seen that. Alright, also turning 20, we got John Q starring Denzel Washington. And it's a story on this man whose 9-year-old son is desperate need of a life-saving transplant, and when he discovers his medical insurance won't cover the costs of surgery, he takes a hospital emergency room hostage and a last-ditch attempt to save his son. I mean, this is actually from the same director of Alpha Dog and The Notebook, Nick Cassavetes. It's a really fun little film. Denzel's so good in this. Really cool little film. Crazy, like, what Denzel goes through in this is insane, but it's a really cool little flick. If you guys haven't seen that. Alright, also turning 20, we got the Bruce Willis film Hart, where Lieutenant Tommy, played by Colin Farrell, is the second-year law student who is enlisted as a officer's aide in World War II due to his father's political pull. And so, top-ranking Colonel William McNamara, played by Bruce Willis, assigns him to defend Lieutenant Lincoln Scott, played by Terrence Howard, who's this black POW accused of murdering his fellow white partner, prisoner. I mean, this is not all that great. I like Bruce Willis, but sometimes he could be. Lately, he's been a mess. But this is definitely one of his not so great films. So, yeah, I was not too big with this one. Also, turning 20, we got Peter Pan Return to Neverland, which, of course, is a follow-up to 1953's Peter Pan, which I believe this was like a 100-video one, but now this is one of the few Disney Disney sequels that I actually quite enjoyed. This and Jungle Book 2 are probably two of my faves. So yeah, not a bad follow-up. Last but not least, turning 20, we got the Britney Spears classic Crossroads. Now this of course stars Britney Spears, who plays Lucy, a very young Zoe Saldana, who plays Kit, and Taryn Manning, before her Razzie nomination for Karen, plays Mimi, who after 8 years apart, rediscovered their friendship on a cross-country road trip. And so, yeah, the girls pretty much catch a lift with Mimi's friend Ben, played by Inhuman star Edson Mount. And along the way, they gather experiences that will change their lives and all. Now, this is actually from the same director of I believe it's from the same director, Billy Madison, if I'm not mistaken. You also got Dan Aykroyd, Kim Cattrall was in this. The reviews wasn't so good, but I used to always enjoy this. I thought Britney Spears is a great singer. Obviously, she's one of the best singers there is. As an acting wise, she's probably not the strongest actress, but I still thought she was pretty charming in this. Her chemistry with both Saldana and Cattrall was really decent. I do like a good road trip film, and it's a really decent film worth checking out. You even had a young Jamie Lynn Spears even played a young Britney Spears in this, which I thought was really cool too. You even had a very young Justin Long was in this. I thought it was a really fun little film if you guys haven't seen that. But anyway, let me leave you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? The 10 Years one, I'm probably going to go with, not This Means War, I'm actually probably going to go with Secret World of Arrietty. That's my favorite out of the 10 Years one. The 20 Years one, I'm probably going to go with Super Troopers. I love Crossroads, but Super Troopers is the best right there. Anyway, drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timmy signing.